Danny Baker had a non-stop successful career and was widely considered to be one of the most liked entertainers in the UK. And yet he's now seldom heard from and is considered by critics to be a disgraced entertainer. Join Facts First UK as we present Danny Baker Speaks Out on the Mistake That Got Him Fired. Danny Baker is a renowned entertainer known for his dynamic personality, diverse career, and most importantly, his longevity. He was born June 22, 1957 in London. He came from a working-class family with huge dreams to make it big. And that's what happened, though he never forgot his roots. He's long been hailed as a champion for representing the working class of Britain, who often don't get representation, or when they do, it's demeaning. Danny Baker exuded confidence that brought out his working-class pride. His eclectic career has spanned radio, television, writing, acting, hosting, and quizzing. From a young age, he grew up listening to the radio, watching TV and films, and devouring every page of a P.G. Wodehouse book that he could. His passion for radio and broadcasting developed early. He began his career in the late 70s as a writer for the punk fanzine Sniffing Glue. He gained the attention of other journalists and soon transitioned to serious music journalism, beginning to write for more major publications. His knowledge was encyclopedic, and his wit, writing style, and sense of humor made his articles popular and made him popular. But he couldn't restrain his talents to the written word. In the early 80s, his talent behind the microphone shined through as he landed a gig as a radio presenter on BBC Radio London. He brought a combination of humor, storytelling, and an incredible knowledge of music, which made him a hit with listeners. He had the gift of gab and was great at being a host and later a guest. His radio career skyrocketed when he joined BBC Radio 1 in 1985, hosting various shows including the acclaimed Weekend Breakfast Show. His energetic and unpredictable style captured the hearts of millions, and he became a household name. Beyond radio, Danny has made significant contributions to television. In the late 80s and early 90s, he co-hosted the groundbreaking TV show The Game, which showcased his love for football, comedy, and entertainment. His charisma and wit made him a sought-after guest on numerous panel shows and chat shows where he always left a good impression. Whether it was Have I Got News for You, Would I Lie to You, or Richard Herring's Leicester Square Theater podcast, it's always a pleasure to listen to Danny Baker. He's also authored several successful books, including Going to Sea in a Sieve and Going Off Alarming, which documented his wonderful upbringing and early experiences in the entertainment industry. Most recently, he's been entertaining audiences with his successful podcast, The Treehouse, which showcased his storytelling prowess and eclectic taste in music. Danny Baker's life and public image. While Danny is best known for radio and TV endeavors, his personal life is characterized by his love for family, his passions, and unwavering zest for life. Family holds a special place in Danny's heart. He's been married to his wife, Wendy, since 1981. They have 2 children. He often expresses his deep affection for his family in interviews and social media posts, emphasizing the joy they bring to his life. Despite his demanding career, he's gained a reputation as someone who manages to balance work and family. Baker is an avid music lover with an extensive vinyl record collection, showcasing his eclectic taste. His passion for music is often evident in his radio shows and interviews, where he shares anecdotes and plays tracks that have left a lasting impact on him. He has a fondness for football and is an ardent supporter of Millwall FC, and his love for the team is well documented. His enthusiasm for the sport often spills into his work, where he incorporates football references and stories into his radio shows and television appearances. He's also written about his experiences as a football fan, capturing the excitement and camaraderie that comes with supporting a team. In fact, as a side note, it's been rumored and joked about that Danny Baker might have killed Bob Marley. This is because he often played football with Marley and his team while the singer lived in England. It's known that Bob Marley got an infection in his toe after being stepped on by another football player during a match. This was the infection that eventually led to his horrific illness, but who knows what actually happened. Despite the ups and downs of life, Danny Baker maintains a resilient and positive outlook. His infectious laughter and ability to find humor in even the most challenging situations have endeared him to fans. Danny Baker speaks out on the mistake that got him fired. With such a successful and long career, one expected that Danny would never lose relevance or popularity, but it all came crashing down with a tweet he made in 2019. At the time, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were expecting their baby, and the British press were of course all over the news. Danny Baker found it humorous and absurd that with all the other problems existing in the country, the birth of a royal baby was such a huge story. He wanted to post on social media to make a joke about the absurd amount of attention that the royal baby was receiving. He eventually found an old photo of Her Majesty the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh walking hand in hand with a chimpanzee dressed in full regalia. He found the photo hilarious and posted it on Twitter. He simply tweeted "royal baby," and all hell broke loose. Many people found the tweet racist. This is of course due to Meghan Markle's race, and many felt that Danny was comparing the royal baby to the chimpanzee. The media went after him, and he soon realized the tweet was misinterpreted. He defended himself and stated it wasn't his intentions, but the damage was done. Reactions were mixed, and many people defended Danny, while others branded him a racist. He was fired from his radio show and declared a persona non grata. In one day, his career, that he'd been working in for almost 5 decades, had ended. He eventually made a small comeback with the Treehouse podcast. That's an exclusive one. However, he hasn't been able to recover from the event and seldom makes public appearances today. The damage seems to have been done, and in today's climate, we don't know if he'll recover. Before our eyes, we've seen one of our most beloved entertainers have his career destroyed from a bad tweet. Most people seem to have moved on and forgotten about the incident, but the discussion on whether it was wise to fire Danny Baker and end his long and successful career continues. Nevertheless, he still has his fans. The internet is filled with archives of Danny Baker's career, and there are still loyal legions who will stand up for him and enjoy it. But today, the longevity of a person's career doesn't seem to matter. In the age of social media, one can become famous in a moment, infamous in another, and irrelevant in a third. What the future has in store for Danny Baker is still uncertain. It didn't help that his career ended a year before the global lockdowns, when our minds were on other things. But perhaps we might see a comeback from Danny Baker. He's always had a positive outlook on life, so maybe all hope is not lost. Now it's time to hear from you. Are you a fan of Danny Baker's? What do you think about cancellation and the fact that he doesn't seem to be able to make a comeback today? Was the cancellation towards Danny Baker justified? Was his tweet offensive enough that his career shouldn't continue? Or was it unnecessary and a breach of power from a royal and a sign of our loss of free speech? Let us know in the comments section below.